Hi everybody, this is Guro Francis from Filipino Martial Arts School. Today's another episode of Bayani Talk. What up everybody, this is Guro Francis from Filipino Martial Arts School, and today is another episode of Bayani Talk. So what's up everybody there in FMA world? I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I know that when this video goes out, it is for Labor Day weekend, so enjoy, have fun, stay safe, and if you do a little bit of training, go for it. And if you happen to be in Riverside on this Saturday, tomorrow, and you happen to be near Arlington, stop by Mod Pizza because we're doing a fundraiser. Every pizza that you buy, everything that you buy in that place between 10:30 a.m. to 10 p.m., 20% of that goes to Filipino Martial Arts School to help us get to the nationals and to the worlds and even to the Philippines when we go on our Philippine excursion in 2021. So please, and if you haven't, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. The link will be posted on the description. But please don't forget to click like, share if you like it, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget that notification bell. And lastly, I want to say thank you, maraming salamat po to everybody. Right now, we have broke the 1,700 mark. We have over 1,700 likes on our Facebook page. So come on, guys, keep the love going. Now, what do I want to talk about today? I want to talk about why is historical and practical lineage important. Okay? Now, let me just kind of put it this way, guys. I had this lovely and wonderful philosophical debate with a friend of mine online. And don't get me wrong, it was a lively debate, and we definitely had a difference of opinion, but at the end we still became we're still friends, and we're still great. So you know who you are. Thanks, brother. We'll continue this debate another time. But then he was wondering, he and I have a difference of opinion. His opinion is that history and lineage is not as important, in fact, maybe even more irrelevant than just that the practical and the effectiveness usage of said technique and or style. And so I don't necessarily disagree that the application needs to be important, but I don't think it's irrelevant. Why? Because how do you judge if a technique is really the technique you want to use? Is it effective? How do you know? And I don't care what anybody says, you can't duplicate a real life and death situation in your studio, in your dojo, in your garage. There's just no way. We can try to do pressure testing, we can increase our power, but there's no desire that there in our hearts to want to really hurt or kill this other person. We just want to train. So we can't really duplicate real life and death situation. So then how do we then determine if the style and or technique or particular move really is effective? Well, you gotta look backwards, man. This is my point, because if you gotta find out, was this really effective? Now, I'm not gonna say that in order for your FMA to be effective, you must have used this in a life and death situation. I'm gonna say right now, I hope that nobody ever have to use Filipino martial arts to put someone down. We hope for the best, but we prepare for the worst. That's a lot of martial artists believe in that concept. Kuya Doug Marqueda even says that, this, when he says his famous line that this blade will kill, he actually doesn't say kill, it's keeping everyone alive. He practices martial arts not to take away life, but preserve it. So, with that being said, how do we know that the technique and the style is really effective? Well, again, like I said, we look backwards. And in this particular case, we know that Filipino martial arts has been battle-tested and street-ready style of martial arts. It's either been used during the Spanish occupation, where we fought against our oppressors, or during the World War II, during the Japanese invasion. And we know that there's many styles out there that was founded by people who've used this in the wars and in the battles, such as Grandmaster Leo Giron of Bahala Na system. So if this was used to liberate the Philippines, then that means it was effective. That means it was tested in a real life and death situation. This is why Filipino martial arts is highly sought out by all militaries in all branches of militaries, Navy, Marines, Army, Air Force, you name it. We are sought out for it. Now, why do I say that? Well, I have students that are Marines. I have students that are sailors and airmen and soldiers, and they've told me that this is one of the styles that they want to learn. One of the greatest compliments I ever got as an instructor was from one of my students who is a retired Marine, but he was a member of Force Recon. And now, when he told me during one of our trainings, I'm serious, guys. I mean, I've never worn the uniform, but I respect the heck out of those who have and who still wear it today to make sure that we are safe and free. But he told me that, he said, Guru, you're really good at this. I think you could teach the military. You could teach my Marines. And I must admit, guys, that really meant a lot to me. And so this is something that is highly sought after. But why is it highly sought after? Because of the way we think. Not just the technique, but it's just the way we think. The philosophy that bore the technique is why we're sought after. Let me give you an example. One of the most famous things that I always say, and if it's not famous, it will be right after this message because you guys are going to share this like crazy. Efficiency in movement. Don't do more than you have to. Let me give you an example. I've never served in the military, but I've talked to a lot of military personnel. It's people in special forces, and who have kicked down doors. And when I told them that when you're kicking down a door and you see an enemy combatant, do they just go, they don't empty the magazine. What they do is they put 2 in the chest and 1 in the head. Why? Because there may be another enemy coming around the corner, and they don't want to have a weapon that has no more ammo. Efficiency movement. Bam, 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 bam. Release. Next. Wow, that didn't make sense. It became a shotgun. Regardless, that's the way we think. We don't do more than you have to. We don't take 20 moves if we can finish them in 3. Because we think that there's 100 other people coming around the corner, so we have to be ready for that. That is one of the main reasons why FMA is sought out by many military personnel, because of the way we think and the way we move. And then as a result of that, the way we think and the way we move, it makes sense to them because they've used this in the fields themselves, and they say, wow, that's going to work. And so my friends, my brothers and sisters in Filipino martial arts, this is why historical lineage is important. Because since you can't authenticate or prove, in my opinion, you can't really prove unless you go in your life in that situation yourself that your technique really works. You have to trust the people before you who have used this in a practical and in a real life in that situation. And if historical lineage is important, then how do you know that your technique really works? I don't know, man. That's just my thought. Do you believe that historical lineage is important when it comes to choosing a martial arts? Comment down below. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And until then, my name is Guro Francis from Filipino Martial Arts School. Peace out. God bless, and keep swinging them sticks.